Okay, and so when you have the negativity from naysayers, you just kind of let it bounce off you don't worry about it too much?
I don't, I mean, sometimes like every once in a while I'm like, oh, was that like too nuts? I mean, I just said that I was literally going to grab the horn of a unicorn and I want the unicorn to drag me through a fields of rainbows. Like, should I have said that? Like, was that a little too much? Like, am I going crazy, or is that just being too silly? And now, no, it's not, because the person that gets that and knows what I'm talking about and gets my space traveling, spiel and all of that. I think they get it and they are super into it and they want more.
Well, I want to ask, this is the final question I have for you about this dealing with adversity and overcoming some of the challenges you've had in your career and, kind of helping entrepreneurs get that right mindset. You're a mother of 5. You
right.
homeschool these 5, which I don't know if anybody here homeschools. My wife and I homeschool 5. That's a fascinating activity. There's a lot of stuff that you deal with. It's a great experience, but there's a lot of stuff you deal with.
It's a lot of work.
And so you're homeschooling 5. You have the business. You have all this. What are some activities that you do on a daily basis to stay positive? What do you do on a daily basis? What's kind of your thing you do to get the mojo going? What's your daily?
Clay, I'm a pretty positive person to begin with, okay. And I'm definitely positive in the morning. I wake up and I'm pretty positive from the second I wake up. I'm just that, I'm naturally that way. So it's not too hard. And towards the end of the day, it's a little tougher for me. 6 or 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, it's a little tougher for me to like put all that together without like kind of having a little blow-ups and things. But typically, I feel like just really focusing on, routine is always good. I wake up and know exactly what I'm going to be doing that day. And okay. I think that's important, of taking any anxiety of what the day is going to be, and preparation. But knowing my weakness and that I am a sort of fly by the seat of my pants, off the cuff kind of gal, yeah. That I know that. So there's no reason for me to get upset or stressed out if something isn't prepared. So I know myself, so I'm not going to get upset at my weaknesses. Like, there's no reason to. Like, so I feel like I always put a positive spin on everything we do.
One of the things that amazes me and that I really appreciate about you is that you definitely are a free spirit. You know that, you own that, you don't apologize for it, but yet you're still disciplined enough to make that routine,
right?
To do your time management. And you're to plan out your day. So you make your routine. You have a routine you do. You have a time management plan, and then you're willing to prepare. I mean, you can't just send a proposal to somebody where you just draw a picture of a unicorn on it and send it off. I mean, you have got to do some things. And so I think that's something that all the thrivers can do. If you're watching this and you feel stressed and overwhelmed, and maybe a bad thing happened, and so now we've quit making a routine, and then another bad thing happened, and now we quit managing our time, and now another bad thing happened, and now we're not preparing, and now because we're not doing those things, more bad stuff happens. It can kind of derail quickly.
Well, if all of the bad things are happening, I think you just depending how bad the things are. Yeah. If you're having like deaths in the family, or like your husband just lost his job and you're feeling all the stress to like get this thing together and launch it and things like that. Take a couple days and like cancel your phone calls and and get to a piece of paper and just kind of like, it's okay not to take phone calls and rush, just like make a game plan, get centered, be still, and then move on to those tasks, because you will be in much better shape to handle those things if you can just, you're still not going to get anything done. You're just going to be frantically, but you're still going to, the anxiety level is going to even get higher.
I'm not going to let you out of this interview without saying this. I think that you are a naturally positive person, but I think it's because you have chosen to be so long it's become habit. Because I know that I grew up in a situation where I was a little bit negative, and I had an uncle that just said, you're going to choose to be positive, until it became a habit. You know what I mean? Like, you can slip into a bad habit of eating bad things or doing bad things or thinking bad things, or you can choose to be in a habit that's a good habit. And I love that you choose to do it. I don't think you realize how habitual it's become for you, but it's a real, it's a positive energy you put off. And I think that's awesome. And so if you're watching this and you're going, well, I'm just negative, that's because you've put together a series of...
frown upside down. People
Boom.
love People love positive energy, and they will they're drawn to you, but people are also drawn to negative energy, but in a negative way. So
as we wrap up here, I want to point out, I also am drawn to Rachel here. This is a drawing I did just a second ago. Hey, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. You are a great American.
Awesome.
Thank you.